Hello and welcome to the brewery, and today we're following up on the earlier video where I built the reduced CO2 fermentation blow-off valve system and actually trying to use it. Shortly I'll be trying to do a pressure transfer from the fermenter, which is the fermenting fridge behind me, into a keg, but first I've got to get the keg full of CO2, so I'm going with a technique I've seen several people use on the internet. So I filled this keg up to the brim with Star San, which is usually the most Star San I've ever made up in one go. And now what I'm going to do to start with is use gas to force the Star San out of the keg and into, well, it's a wine fermenting bucket thing, so I can use it again. But when I'm finished, by pushing it through with CO2, the keg will be guaranteed to be entirely full of CO2. So let's see how that goes. Right, now we have a keg that's theoretically full of CO2. Well, I suppose it is full of CO2. Let's jump back to during fermentation and look at dry hopping while trying to maintain reduced CO2 levels. After that, now it's actually time to get the beer into the keg. mostly successful. I'm a little bit concerned, firstly, that a bit of air may have got in the lines. I also had to take it off several times to clear the filters, which is a bit concerning. But more, well, daftly from my point of view, is I forgot to, and I was going to need to fit a shut-off valve into the blow-off tube. So I had to keep pinching the tube shut, which was quite hard on my hands. But overall, I think that was mostly successful. We will see how the beer turns out in a few days' time, a few weeks' time, to see what colour it ends up. Well, by the power of editing, we've skipped forwards a day, and I've poured off a small sample of the beer. Obviously, it's still completely flat, but it's not gone dark, which is a good sign. Good mango, pineapple, maybe some papaya aromas. A little bit of citrus in the background. Not a hint of oxidation yet, which is good. So I will count that as probably a success, unless it goes wrong later on. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe found it informative, and I will see you in another video.